Hey y'all, it's day 5 of Built Different, right? Our journey to purpose over comfort. And today was, uneventful, nothing too bad. It's always nice when you can kind of work out the kinks early on the hot water, stabilizing the camper, trying to figure out, dinner, breakfast, those kind of things, and keeping it simple, right? Because we don't have a whole lot of space. Refrigerator's a good size refrigerator, but it also helps us to reduce clutter, right? We can't have a whole lot of ththings hanging out in our refrigerator, and we actually have to eat like the leftovers and not just let them sit there because they're going to take up too much space. So I feel like today was, a real decent kind of day. The boxes are fully unpacked, and so we're good there, and everything is pretty much in its place. What I found is that I get up in the morning and I'm actually probably I do it before I go to bed, but more so in the morning, just to make sure that everything is in place after making the coffee, after grabbing a little bit of something to eat for breakfast. Nothing is left out because we don't have enough space. You leave one napkin on the counter, and it's like, oh my goodness, that one napkin has taken up way too much space. So we find ourselves being very mindful of what's being left behind. Even shoes have to have a place. You can't just take them off your feet and leave them in the other place. But again, we're still adjusting. I'm not saying that, oh my God, all perfect. We are adjusting to our small space, and we've actually been kind of walking through the campground, which has been nice to kind of see people. A lot of friendly people here. And a lot of these people have actually been living on this campground for a number of years, which is interesting. And so they've seen people kind of come and go and kind of asking us our story. And our story is simply that, we're in a season of life that we had to downsize and really kind of focus on what was important, and really, taking this time to recalibrate. And so our goal, of course, here is to find some peace in the midst of what looked like a lot of chaos. Actually, is not so bad. So here we have less noise. There's no concert, there's no there's just not a lot of noise here. It's a campground. I don't know, not a lot of kids here or things of that nature. We find ourselves with less distractions. We are very intentional about kind of how we spend our day, and being again more intentional with reading our word. Again, this is Holy Week, so really kind of diving in deep, following the story of leading up to Jesus' crucifixion, and really taking to heart that there was a sacrifice that was made. And I think in terms of, well, how does that relate to where we are now? And there was a sacrifice that, had to be made. We absolutely could have went and got an apartment. We absolutely could have, gone and had, an apartment with the pool and the gym and the garage and everything, but no. We're paying for a camper that we took out, a couple times a year to spend with our grandkids and with each other. And this is an opportunity for us to really kind of utilize what we have access to. And so, we're learning how to live differently. And I think that is the joy of the Lord, is learning how to live differently. Not just in our heads, but, physically living differently, which I'm believing will impact our heart posture to live differently in the kingdom. And so I believe we're exactly where we're supposed to be. And so, again, I just wanted to share day 5 with you. If you have any feedback, or if you got any type of storage tidbits, if you've ever lived in a tiny apartment, or if you were from New York and had a really tiny apartment, I'm looking for how do I keep my dishes from not having to go in, the different drawers to pull it out every time I want to eat something, or whatever have you. Or even if you have some quick meal ideas, right? We've got a charcoal grill, we have a gas grill, we have a microwave, we have an outdoor range. I really don't want to cook too much inside, because when you have heavily scented things, like you're frying chicken or fish or something like that, that scent will weigh heavy on our small space. And so I'm trying to be very mindful, to be very strategic with what we're cooking. And we do have a vent, right? But no matter how many vents, unless I have vents inside of all these rooms, these few rooms, fried chicken, fish, those kinds of things will last. They'll stay. And I don't want to go to sleep with chicken in my nostrils and wake up with that in my nostrils. So if you have any quick ideas that you want to share, drop them in the comment and let us know. But again, we're the Bobbits, and we thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to, just sharing this time with you. Have a blessed evening, everyone. Love you. Bye-bye.